Welcome, my dear students, to our school's learning channel. It's Mr. Muhammad Mitwali speaking. I miss you so much wherever you are, and I hope that Allah preserves you all and our nations as well. In the beginning, I would like to talk to you to explain what we're gonna learn today. And today's lesson is about what can we learn from fossils. Our lesson will be divided into parts. The first part, I'd like to show you a short video about fossils, so you can watch this video easily to understand what's the main idea of our lesson. So I will now let you enjoy and watch the video.
Ever wonder what life was like millions of years ago? Some scientists study fossils to learn about plants, animals, and environments of the past. A scientist who studies fossils is called a paleontologist. For example, paleontologists have studied the fossils of plant-eating dinosaurs called sauropods. Sauropods had small heads and long necks. Paleontologists believe that sauropods used their long necks to reach leaves on trees. One way paleontologists learned about extinct plants and animals is by comparing them with plants and animals that exist today. One kind of dinosaur is the hadrosaur. It has a large hollow crest on its head. Paleontologists wanted to know the purpose of the crest. The paleontologists compare the hadrosaurs to birds called peacocks. Male peacocks have large, brightly colored tails. They use their tails to attract a mate. Paleontologists hypothesize that hadrosaurs may have used their crests in the same way. Studying fossils can also show scientists how Earth's environment has changed over the years. Paleontologists in Kansas found fossils called ammonites. Ammonites only existed where there was lots of water. This fossil evidence shows that Kansas was once covered with water. To find out how old a fossil is, scientists have developed a geological scale. The deeper underground a fossil is discovered, the older it probably is. Got it? Sure you do!
Like I said, this video helped you to easily understand our lesson, which is interesting lesson, I swear, and I swear that you will enjoy it. So, in the beginning, after we watch the video, let me ask you, what are fossils? What is fossil? So, fossil is the remains or mark of a living thing from long ago. Remains or mark or imprints that for a living thing from long ago. You here know clearly a living thing can be human, can be plant, can be also animal. So these living things that lived long ago, when they died from million years ago, they left their remains. So this is fossil. What is an extinct? Extinct. Again, extinct. Extinct means that lived long ago or no longer living on earth. Like I said, some living things that died or lived long ago or no longer living on earth, we can call them extinct animals. Here I enclose you some pictures of some extinct animals that lived long ago. After that, we can turn to another point where we can find a fossil. Where we can find a fossil? Fossils are often found in sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks, one type of rocks. Rocks can be divided into many types. One of them is sedimentary. Sedimentary come mainly from sediments. Sediments here, like you see here, if you look around, you can find many mountains. The mountains mainly consists of sedimentary rocks. So the scientists search or looking for fossils inside sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks mainly formed from sediments. When the sediments cover the remains of animal, the sediments turn to rock over time. So scientists can find the fossil inside these sedimentary rocks. You can ask me, what are the shapes of fossils? In fact, scientists find fossils in different shapes. Here we are. I here put 4 shapes for fossils. There are many shapes of fossils. Here, like we study in our book, number 1, mold fossil. We can say about the fossil is mold, or the fossil is molded when the animal's body wear away. It leaves a form in the rock in the shape of the animal's part. So it creates when the animal preserved in the layers of sediments, and an impression is left once the animal decomposes. So decompose here, break down or decayed. Another form of the shapes you can find fossil in, we can find the parts of the fossils or living things, the hard parts, mainly hard part, like we said previously. The soft part of a fossil can be decayed or decomposed, so it will be remained hard parts only, like bones, like skull and teeth. Here is the 3 figures you can focus. You can find at your left hand side a fossil that contains bone. In the middle it's a skull. At your right hand side you can find teeth of dinosaur. So this all represent the hard parts of fossil. Another 2 types or shapes of a fossil. You can find a fossil by its whole body parts. Here I mean the whole body part represent soft part and hard part. Hard part like skull, like teeth, like any bones, like shell also. And soft part is like stomach, like intestines, like legs, and so on. But for the animals to keep or preserve its whole body, here we have an example. Insects in hardened tree sap. What does sap means? Sap is like your tear. Can you imagine your tear, your drop tear, when your tear is dropping? The sap can catch the insects in the tree. Some trees produce sticky substance. We can call them sap. It can trap and catch the insects when the insects standing on the tree. So this sap contain or coat the whole body of the insects and keep it inside. When the sap is hardened or dried, it preserves the whole body of the insect. So we can find fossil in the form of hardened sap, or we can call sometimes is fossil in amber. When the sap is hardened, we can call it fossil in amber. Last example and of the fossils here is a trace fossil. Scientists can find fossils of some living things in the shape of trace. For example, when you walk on the muddy soil, your leg, your feet left a trace. That's it. Some animals or some living things left signs or trace such as preserved footprint. Here I will show you what fossils show us or give us information about.
What can a fossil show? Let's make a model to find out. Observe the plate of plaster. Put your hand in the plaster for 1 minute. Remove your hand. Look at your model fossil.
Here, what fossils show us? Like we said here in this video, if you put your hand, you can find a copy of your hand here. So this tell us what the shape of your hand, if there is changes in your hand from today's and the past, we can know what is the difference between them. So we study fossils, and you have a curiosity to know what do fossils tell us? Why we study fossils? Why we talk about fossils, Mr. Muhammad? Scientists, in fact, use fossils to tell us and give us clues or evidence or proofs. There are many synonyms for this word, clues. So scientists give us clues about organisms that lived long ago. So that help us to show the evolution has occurred. They also provide evidence about how Earth's surface have changed over time. Fossils can also tell us what's the change that happened to the ecosystem where the living things lived long ago and why they become extinct species. So when there's change on the Earth's surface, some change happen also to the living things, because this change can affect their food, their climate, so that's why they can be extinct. Fossils also help scientists to understand what past environments may have been like, what the changes that happen to environments that the living things live inside, and what happened to the food they eat, and so on. So it's important for us to know or learn about fossils for these reasons. The last part here in our video, it's a short assessment. Here a question divided into 3 main points. You have to choose the correct answer for each point. Number 1, which of the following is an example of a fossil? Yes. Excellent. All of the above. All of the above is the correct answer. Point number 2. An extinct animal is one that, do you remember? Very good. No longer lives on Earth. So the correct choice is C, no longer lives on Earth. Point number 3. What part of a T-Rex skeleton tells scientists that this dinosaur was a meat eater? Meat eater means it has sharp teeth. Yes. Excellent. The sharp teeth. So you choose A. Now we finished our lesson. I hope you enjoy our lesson, and I will let you with this song so it can be brief of our lesson also. So enjoy this video and watch it well. Hope you all good luck and good health. See you soon. Bye bye.
When life leaves us, when they die, our souls may form in their sight, give us info how they lived. Oh, some easy identified like our plants, animals. That's why they help us tell how life was then. When evidence is in the floor, our souls deep in life before we dig them out. We dig them out. Fossil records, we study the kinds of things once were living. They help us tell how life was then. We can work out how they lived, learn about all life ancient, and how they're forming fossils. Animals that leave the bones, the sediments that turn to stone. Gone down a mold, the minerals still cast form. 10 years after they're gone, gone, gone. Fossils form like a statue, not all lucky to capture. They may rot away after decay. High conditions may bury fossilize. It's preserving record of the past, a mold and cast. The remains of once living, and sometimes from one's extinct, and now they're forming fossils. Animals that leave the bones, the sediments then turn to stone. Skeleton gone down a mold, the minerals still cast form. 10 years after they're gone, gone, gone. Molded our bone, footprints or burrows, insects caught in amber, not moving. Petrified glass, replaced organ parts, carbon stains taking carbonization. Footprints found, maybe how feet beating, how they walk, maybe 2 or 4 limbs. Did they hurt? Maybe they stampeded. Found in mines, quarries, even riverbeds. Animals that leave the bones, the sediments then turn to stone. Skeleton gone down a mold, but minerals still cast form. Animals that leave the bones, the sediments then turn to stone. Skeleton gone down a mold, the minerals still cast form. Footprints found, maybe how feet beating, how they walk, maybe 2 or 4 limbs. Did they hurt? Maybe they stampeded. Found in mines, quarries, even riverbeds. Fossils found years after they're gone, gone, gone. Fossils found years after they're gone, gone, gone.